Time to continue on. We're going to go to Denerim first. We're hunting down armor for leather armor.
Indeed.
I'm not sure what guys to take with us. We could end up in a fight, so maybe I should try to take these half seriously at least. There's also quests for quite a lot of people, companion quests in the city.
Yes.
That's not why I want to go in there now, but that doesn't mean we might not stumble into them. Denerim it is. I want at least one decent light armor. Maybe medium. I'll take Rin again. Assassin's contact. Ah, Liliana. Way's Emporium is the likely.
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
We might as well do it now that we're here. Yes, let's do that.
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go. Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle, you won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
Yeah, he's telling the truth, listen to him.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
Ugh, for all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
Yeah, that's hardly Alistair's fault.
And who in the maker's name are you? Some dwarf carrying all his riches, I expect?
Hey, don't speak to him that way. He's my friend. And a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Let's try to persuade. Gordana, Alistair came here hoping to find his family.
Well? So he's found it. I'm his sister. But what are you to me, boy? Except the one who took my mother away, hmm?
You think I wished her dead? I never wanted that. I didn't have the life you think I did, Goldana.
I suppose not. A bastard is still a bastard, isn't he? But... brother or no, I've got 5 mouths to feed and no time to spare until they are.
And let me promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can, speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine, but you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister. Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
I'm not quite sure what I should say. The options are very different, but they all make sort of sense. Yeah, I'm sorry it turned out like this, but I'm not going to take the "you are an idiot, how naive can you get" option, but I think he is quite naive. A person who someone has never met. What exactly is that blood tie supposed to mean? It's not like she hates him or anything, but she has her life, her own problems. It's very unrealistic and naive to expect some kind of a happy homecoming to a totally person she's never even met once in her life. If her position was a bit more comfortable, then I guess she would have probably been at least cautiously welcoming. But yeah, she has a lot of problems. How the hell did she get 5 children anyway? Yeah, there's 3 good options here as far as I can say. Trying to console Alistair, or try to get Alistair to abandon his naivety a little bit, or yeah, or remind Alistair that he has others who care for him, his other companions. I'm not quite sure what to take, not that it probably doesn't matter all that much, but the reason I'm sort of mulling over this is because now we're on a path where we're setting Alistair to be the king, and this is sort of a problem now. When he was just a bumbling fool of a or naive fool of a Grey Warden, it wasn't a problem. He wasn't exactly even the leader of our little 2-man Grey Warden team here, but now we're trying to aim for a solution where he is going to be the king of this country. So I I'm not sure if I should continue pamper him. Little lessons in life might be much more valuable to him and to us than just trying to always just console him whenever he tries to do really stupid things or have stupid expectations. He's going to have to take some responsibilities and change his outlook a little bit. So, I'm guessing I'll remind Alistair, everyone's outlook for themselves primarily. It's a lesson to learn.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I should. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
It's not exactly like it could have ended up differently, so I don't think Alistair was a total fool, but surely he should have expected at least this option to be there. That's what I want him to do. Broaden his mind a little bit, to look at the other options available and not always go for the wishful thinking option.
You simply must let me make you that scale armor, friend. You must.
What?
Welcome back. You looking for fine armor?
Can you make dragon scale armor?
You have what?
Dragon scale? Real dragon scale? Marvelous. Look how it reflects the light.
How did you get...
No, I don't want to know.
Alas, traveler, I must confess I have not the skill. Why, oh Maker, do you torment me? If you find Drakeskill, sir, and if I could practice, then one day, I could make a fine set of armor for you.
Oh, there, Master Wade. He does get terribly emotional at times. Come again.
Welcome back. You looking for fine armor?
Okay, I guess we'll have to start with the dragon scales.
Of course.
He's back, he's back! Have you reconsidered? I can make such fine armor with your scales.
You're sure you can make quality armor with this?
I'd stake my life on it, friend.
Where is your humility when we really need it?
Okay, what's the cost?
Cost? I should be paying you, friend, for the right, no, the privilege.
Pay him? No, Wade, no. We'll charge you.
I'll hear nothing of that, Herren. This is my shop, and working on Drake scales won't cost a bloody Elysian penny.
I'll pay. I'll pay 10 sovereigns extra. Make it good and quickly.
Excellent. You won't regret it. Think of the possibilities, Herren. Think of it.
I'm trying to stop.
I like Wade quite a lot. It's another one of those. He's a sort of a charming personality anyway, and very unexpected for this Smith. I like him. Okay, what does that actually mean? It may take some time. What armors do you have now? Okay, what armors does Leliana have now? Leather armor tier 3, so armor class 5.
You're here about your order?
I've barely even begun and you're pestering me.
Oh, get back to work. Come to see our fine goods before they sell out?
What do you have for sale?
Certainly.
Yeah, these are solid non-magical armor pieces. Okay. Felon's coat, 88 gold. Light armor. Armor class 9, plus 6 dexterity, plus 9 defense, plus 4 armor, plus 1 stamina regeneration in combat, plus 15 physical resistance. Evan's Great Mail. Evan the Great's Mail. Health regeneration, extra armor. 10% chance to dodge attacks, stamina regeneration in combat, chance to avoid missile attacks. Yeah, and it's heavy armor. 107 gold. These are, well, I'm not buying the Felon's armor. I need my money to make more money. I'll buy the studded leather armor Drake skin. It's within our price range, and it's almost double the armor Leliana has now. Should have Drake skin. We made more money back already. Woven massive one. That's good enough. It won't be a massive difference, but it is still quite a bit better. Yeah, and it actually looks like a bit better of an armor. Less exposed skin.
Of course.
I'll try to get the duelist specialization for Leliana too while we're at it. What is that? Friends of Regin. Sister Justine.
Magic exists.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board?
What do you do here?
I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
What are you so proud of?
I have always been fascinated with history. What better place to indulge that than the birthplace of the Maker's Prophet? To be the curator of this chantry and to be so young. I fight a battle with pride, and hopefully the Maker can forgive my occasional defeat.
Okay, what does a curator do?
The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
What's so hard about that?
A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone. Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts.
How difficult it is to verify a relic.
When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive. Of course, sir. On what topic?
So she'll buy some kind of a relics we have found. Okay, I apparently have some relics. I found these scrolls in that winter ruin. I guess they were in the town of Haven. We found some scrolls that we couldn't translate.
Really? Oh, pardon my incredulity. I would like to examine them in any event.
Yeah, be careful with them. They seem ancient.
Let me see. The scrolls are old, no question, and the script. It's written in cipher. Early believers used them to keep their writings safe from the Devinter Magus. These could be authentic. Please, let me examine it.
Here you go.
I need parchment, quill, and ink. What was the trick to the cipher again? I examined your scrolls. I know a few of the early Chantry ciphers, but I'm not fully familiar with this one. The bits I have made out. This may be an account of Maferath's final days, and perhaps more.
Maferath, as in Andraste's husband.
I know. It's remarkable. The same Maferath who betrayed our prophet and saw her burn alive in Minrath Rus. If we could get a real translation, well, it could be the find of our lifetime.
Could I get a copy of the translation?
When I finish decoding it, absolutely. But it will not be easy. It could take months. The ciphers were designed to be difficult for the Magisters to decrypt. Who knows what secrets we can uncover, what truths we can find. Here is all of the allowance I have for acquisitions. Take it and go. 1,000 blessings.
Ooh, some gold. Well, it's good to have the extra funds.
I was getting to that bar.
Anyway, yeah. Duelist specialization. I think that's the pearl. We also want to visit Brother Genitivi. Tell him how things turned out. Although, if that's a woman, that's one unattractive woman.
I didn't expect to see you so soon, my friend. Do you bring good news?
Okay, show Genitivi the pouch of ashes.
Is that? Oh, there's some dust on. No, that's not dust. Oh, Maker, I'm not worthy to look upon. What was it like, coming to the urn, I mean?
Ruling. There were tests.
Tests? Interesting. Very interesting. I have spoken to the Chantry. They were very interested in organizing an expedition, and I am to lead them. We are to study the temple and open the way for pilgrims. Isn't it exciting?
Yes, I'm happy for you, brother.
You made this all possible. I could never thank you quite enough, but I'm certainly going to try. Here, take this reward. I want you to have it. It will certainly do more good in your hands than lying around in this dusty house, eh? And now, if you will excuse me, I have so much to prepare for. I wish Waylon was here to see all this.
I wish... I wished when you received items, there was some kind of notification what did you actually receive. Just opening up the inventory is not particularly useful. It does highlight items that you haven't that have been added to the inventory since your previous visit, but that could be a huge list of items. I think we should be able to spot it this time though. Surely it's not demonic ichor and elf brute. Master Dwemer rune. That's potentially what it was. Yeah, I guess that was what it was. Magic resistance 8%.
All right, all right.
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage.
Arl Howe wants to keep people out, does he?
There's been an elven uprising. Nightfears even have the gall to attack the Earl's only son. Killed him in cold blood. With the whole Urian family dead, the regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Earl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the alienage. It's a mess in there. When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
Well, to be honest, I was... Okay, we can travel without reaching the edges of the map. The Pearl, one of Denerim's fancier brothels. Fight. Yeah. Well, bandits. A lot of bandits, actually. Might as well fight them first. I don't rush in there.
Right.
Okay, I want to test out something. Captivating song. I'm leaving everything else on autopilot. Once it should stun nearby enemies. Yeah, hostile targets.
As you like.
Stun. Aren't you doing anything? It's seems to be a fairly strong attack ability. If you have to defend the position, then it's good. It's not really good now, though. Why aren't you doing anything? He's constantly stuck on dual weapon sweep for some reason.
Enough.
Yeah, dual weapon sweep comes up and he's stuck. Tactics. What I think happens is that maybe the condition changes with the archers. There were 2 enemies there, but when one left, the condition changed. Anyway, it's still a pretty shitty thing to get AI stuck on that. Once it's activated, surely it'll complete without trouble. That would at least be my assumption, because that makes sense. Naturally, that's not what happens. Yeah, the control system is not good.
All right, all right.
I guess it's a stupid thing to even say, but it lacks common sense. But I guess a better way to express my complaint was it doesn't act in a intuitive way. I would prefer it to be dumber than it is. The more thinking it sort of does on its own, the more likely it is to get stuck on something and bug out or cause all those problems. I guess it's the contradiction between having this single player exploration movement mode controls that has to work, and then having the tactical combat mode that has to work. So it doesn't quite work. It causes problems. And I think the single player, this mode, exploration mode, has been was the initial design main focus. This certainly isn't great. The more you try to command from this, the more you encounter problems. I guess it does make the game visually more pleasing. It doesn't matter when you actually play these games, but especially some very heavy strategy games are sort of they're very unappealing to observe someone playing, because all of the thing is well, most of the things that are attractive in those games and enjoyable.
Touch nothing. I don't think they clean the surfaces in this place very often.
Yeah, all the enjoyable games and decisions that create an enjoyment in such a strategy game is usually only available to the person playing it. Visually, it might look very unengaging. By making it sort of a exploration mode, I guess it's easier on the. It's visually much more appealing, engaging. I would actually like to play in this. The problem is the control system is still the same when I look at in the third exploration mode here. So it doesn't work well or is comfortable here. You'd constantly have to use your mouse to move around, for example, or use the arrow keys, I guess, for as an alternative. It's not bad, but the problem is that the camera is not on top. There's constantly areas that require you to move your camera. Rotate your camera. Moving is not the problem. But yeah, it just isn't as good as it is if a game is designed to be played from top down. Hooded courier.
Tell your captain that our deal is now ironclad.
What? Turrets are
That
quick.
scamp Kylon sent you, right?
I think you forget who
Glad
you
he
are
hasn't
speaking
forgotten
to.
about us.
I will
The
give you a chance
mercenaries
to
are
leave
right there.
quietly.
If you're here about other things, just speak up.
Someone needs to put you in your place. She's too good.
Be off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. Fools.
Yeah. Isabella.
The Grey Warden. And I had heard that all the Ferelden Wardens were killed or exiled from this place. Oh, don't look so surprised. I've seen many of your kind in my journeys, and there is always something odd about you. Huh, strong hands. Could I entice you to leave your order and sign up as one of my crewmen? I could use those strong hands at my helm.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know anything about sailing.
The ship is the best teacher. She will guide you with her sighs, her shudders, her gentle swaying as she rides the crests of the waves. When you become one with her, instinct takes over.
Your fighting skills are impressive.
I assume you saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years.
Could you teach me how to be a duelist?
An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of Darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better. So we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game.
Okay, what's the game?
Have you ever played Wicked Grace? It is easy to learn, but difficult to master. You must watch your opponent's moves as carefully as your own. Before we start, the cards must be shuffled. Shall I, or would you like to?
You shuffle them.
Very well. There. That should be sufficient. 5 cards each to start with, and may the cleverest player win. Is it my turn again?
Okay, the point of this game isn't to actually play it. The point of this game is to be good enough to catch her cheating. If you're not good enough for that, she won't teach you, because those are the skills required for the specialization. So we'll try to... You'll fail if you don't have enough attributes somewhere. I think I have a high dexterity, so that should be enough. Try to catch Isabella's hand as she's drawing a card.
Please, keep your hands to yourself. Ha! The Angel of Death card. The game is over. We must show our hands. 2 serpents, a song. Not bad.
but the rest of your hand is rather pitiable. I have 3 angels, fortitude, truth, and charity, and the Night of Dawn. I win. Still undefeated after all these years. Will I never meet my match?
You win because you cheat.
Now. There's no need for such petty accusations. You are simply an inexperienced player. You will get better with practice.
Suppose I could play you again.
Ah, you're a good sport. Another game then. Before we start, the cards must be shuffled. Shall I, or would you like to?
Okay, maybe I don't have enough cunning. I'll shuffle the cards.
Good. Go ahead then. Are you done yet? 5 cards each to start with, and may the cleverest player win. Oh! I think this card will come in handy.
Apparently I don't have the dexterity to catch her, so continue playing.
Ah, you have that familiar glint in your eye. Good cards, I take it?
I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do here, but because my dexterity already failed once, so I'm reluctant to try it again.
Ha! The Angel of Death card. The game is over. We must
I'll
show
probably
our hands.
lose this one.
2 serpents, a song. Not bad. But the rest of your hand is
So it's
rather
cunning,
pitiable.
I guess.
I have 3 angels, fortitude, truth, and charity, and the Night of Dawn. I win. Still undefeated after all these years. Will I never meet my match?
Shit.
Ah, you're a good sport. Another game then.
I only have
Before we start, the
dexterity.
cards must be shuffled. Shall I, or would you like to? Good. Go ahead then. Are you done yet? 5 cards each to start with. It looks like the deck is being kind to me today.
Cheating, I see.
You certainly have quick reflexes. I'm quite impressed. And as for me cheating, well, the game does not matter. I just wanted to see if you could outwit me. You have proven yourself quick and resourceful, and I would be honored to pass my skills on to you.
Teach me.
Come, we will need some space for this.
Okay. Duelist. Deadly combatant who prefers to fight in light armor and strike with light but precise attacks. Experienced duelists have preternatural reflexes that allow them to evade their opponent's clumsy blows, as well as strike with remarkable precision. I'm not using the attribute points yet because I don't know what the skills Duelist has require. Duelist focus on proper form, getting a bonus to attack while the mode is active. Keen defense adds a bonus to defense while in spell. The duelist executes a quick move that throws the opponent off balance, imposing penalties to movement speed and defense unless the target passes a physical resistance check. The duelist has an uncanny knack for simply not being there when the enemy attacks, receiving bonus to defense. Duelist has learned to strike the vitals of an enemy with pinpoint accuracy and from any angle. For a moderate duration, all successful attacks generate automatic critical hits. I guess the keen defense and the dueling mode in general are very valuable. There's no indication of what attributes these use, so I guess I would go for more defense. I mean dexterity. evasion. Dexterity 35. We're going to take evasion now. Pretty much. I'm taking a couple of points of strength, but I'll dump most on dexterity. Cunning, strength, dexterity. Yeah. Evasion. Rogue gains an almost preternatural. Preternatural. It's a totally unfamiliar word for me. Preternatural. To sense and avoid danger, this talent grants a 1 in 5 chance of evading physical attacks, including being stunned or knocked down. But yeah, huge defense bonus, natural 20% evasion. And I guess we are going for dueling. I'm hoping to at least get to keen defense. Basically, try to make Leliana. Her armor class will never be all that high, so evasion will be her defense. Sell of any action. Dueling. Excellent.
A task?
You need a specialization too. I think that champion would be better for Alistair. He's the tank. I'm not sure I'll invest in those abilities though. A little bit more willpower, constitution. War cry. Yeah, I'm not going to invest heavily there, at least not now. We have more important abilities to take. Overpower. The shield attack abilities are not bad at all. Shield pummel. Let's say maybe health over 50%. That seems to be our what we're using. Usability, overpower. I haven't even looked at what these abilities really do. What's the difference? Shield bash is fairly straightforward. I'd actually want to use that last because it does no damage. Overpower does quite a bit of damage. It should be a good one to start with. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Activate threaten. And you need a specialization. Okay. Rathel. I think Isabella is again one of those women you can sleep around with. I think you can even get some kind of a group action going. I'm not 100% certain on that.
Yes? What? Is it customary where you're from to give complete strangers questioning looks?
Who are you?
They call me Casimir. I'm first mate on Captain Isabella's ship. More than this, you do not need to know.
Ooh, Isabella, the woman who got into the fight.
Do you lack the ears and eyes? She did not get into the fight, they brought it to her. Some of them never learn. If Isabella consents to play a game with you, it's an honor. You do not ask for compensation if you lose.
What can you tell me about her?
Isabella commands the crew on the Siren's call. She is a remarkable woman, and as you saw, quite formidable. She calls herself a duelist. But you cannot pay me enough to duel her. I'm not so stupid as those two.
So what went on between them?
Did you not see? They wanted money back. Some of them never learn. If Isabella consents to play a game with you, it's an honor. You do not ask for compensation if you lose. Isabella? She calls herself a duelist. You should ask Isabella. I do not know how to explain.
White Falcon veterans.
Welcome to the Pearl. I'm Sanga, the proprietor. Have a seat, get comfortable, and tell me what you need. Every one of my people here is a skilled craftsman, and don't let anyone tell you different. You'll have to go one at a time, I'm afraid. Our rooms aren't quite big enough to share between so many. But we can discuss that in a moment. So what would you like me to show you? The men or the women? Or some of both, if you prefer.
Yeah, I didn't come here to sleep around. Just wanted to know if there's any other options. I do appreciate that these kind of role-playing options are in the game. Very often fantasy games are devoid of any kind of mature content. Even though it's very harmless like this, I guess I sort of because I'm assuming it's partly because they fear consequences, as in some areas, to include such content, and I also encountered the attitude that having mature content, like in this sense, it attracts very adolescent people instead of adults. But I feel that's mostly because how this type of content is usually implemented is very, very juvenile. So it doesn't really offer much for anyone who actually is an adult already.
Come again.
Okay, we can't kill anyone. That was the only rule. But we need to get rid of White Falcon veterans.
Turn around and walk, stranger. This affair is for White Falcons only.
Okay, who or what are the White Falcons?
We're the toughest, meanest, and loudest mercenary band from the Free Marches. If you haven't heard of us yet, you will soon. Now get out.
Yeah, by order of the guard, vacate the premises.
Get a load of this, guard. You're telling us what to do?
Nobles want solid, reliable soldiers, not riffraff.
You have a point there. Man, let's clear out. Don't want to get on Locane's bad side, do we?
Tell Kylon I owe him one.
Got it.
Culture of Trevelyan.
Now's better than later.
Okay. Love letter. I'm not reading them because so far they haven't been all that particularly interesting. What's the password? The Grey Nug flies north for the winter. Is that an actual password? This could be a quest I actually have, but I have no recollection of this. Clearly, every other option won't lead us into anywhere, so I'll go into with the Grey Nug flies north for the winter. It wasn't the correct password, so we don't know what's going on there.
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey? Come again.
Want to do anything else here? We might as well do some of the smaller things. Yeah, and I think after that I'll do the Soldiers Peak DLC. Could do some of these. I mean, Caravan, Refugees, Battlefield, Civil War. Yeah. We'll leave Denerim alone for a while, do these, and then go for the Soldiers Peak. So, Battlefield. We have a battle-capable group, although I'm not sure we should have Alistair. It does provide a lot of safety for Leliana, though, because he can attract a lot of threat from the enemies. So, Battlefield. No idea what I'm supposed to do here. Kill everything, loot everything.
Alright, alright.
Soldier's Diary. You found the conscripts of Company Easthill, dead to a man. Report this unfortunate news to the Chantry. So we just have to come here. Yeah, there's probably an ambush if we explore further. Certainly hope so.
I'll get on it.
Fight, 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 fight.
Got it. Bet you I could kill it
There
in
it
2
is.
blows.
Wolves.
Now's better than later. Alright. Breaking up one already?
Tons of these.
Make a preserver.
Take the win.
This has gone well.
Surprisingly, we got a surprising amount of experience in these wolves.
Now's better than later.
The pelts aren't really worth much, though. They stack, so they don't take inventory space. Oh, Super Bear. Let's get it on.
Can I get you a ladder?
Yep. Might have been a super bear, but it's still a bear. Nothing to loot. Disappointing super bear. Basically, it just had a lot of hit points. That is. Next, Civil War.
Get your horses off Ben Talman's land. We won't bend needle again.
Loghain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lickspittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
Oh my God. I'll get her.
We have disrupted Loghain's forces and no doubt tempered his plans.
We showed those Loghain upstarts.
That reminds me,
Can I get
we
you a
probably
ladder
should
so you can get off my back.
get the recipe for
All right.
greater health poultice. Or potent health poultice, whatever the best one is. Using lesser health poultice is a waste of your time. We probably want greater and potent because there's a cooldown, so we could switch between the two if we're in a really bad situation. But even normal ones just don't heal enough at this point if you face a situation where you actually have to use them. So we need something a little more potent. Refugees. This should earn us quite a bit of experience and money. Not massive amounts, but I also want to get rid of these.
Got it.
Mage. Okay, let's look at the situation. Guys here are doing fine. I'll try to keep as many refugees alive as I can. Is that could be a curse of mortality, so he's dead. No matter what we do. Yeah. Ooh. Party killer. Yeah, I think the situation here is under control, and yeah, I seem to be killing him just fine.
They won't.
Because he's petrified.
We must have victory. Strike. Quickly.
You defeated the Darkspawn area and rescued the refugees.
I thought we were done for certain.
All right, all right.
Ruby and an emerald. That it. Okay. Another one down.
Got it.
Still, a caravan remains, and I think this is the last one. We'll go to a chantry to get our rewards after this, and then prepare for the Soldier's Peak. Skinlocks. Skinlocks. So Darkspawn. Shit. Is there any way for quick interrupt? And you're dead.
I never liked it. Be careful!
Misdirection Hex. That is surprisingly annoying.
I'll get on it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? All right, all right.
Then I need a place where there's a chantry board. I think a lot of these missions were for the chantry. So a little bit of extra gold, then Soldier's Peak. We do need... No, we don't need to. We just need to go to the Soldier's Peak now.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
against his children.
They shall be named Malefic. Accursed ones.
The
They
deep
shall find
dark
no
before
rest in this
dawn's
world.
first light seems eternal. But no,
How much money do we have? 248. You don't need to do crafting to get money in this game. But what you get, it's more than enough to buy, for example, equipment as your main character might want. That's so it's not. It won't make a massive difference if you just use the money you get versus making a lot of crafting to produce extra money. But since I know the option is there, it's very hard to ignore, and it allows us to be very careless with our use of money. We don't have to count our pennies and do the best deals. I think the best benefit is that you can ensure you have a good supply of great healing items and lyrium potions. That's the greater benefit. Also, it would be much more important if you'd like to play with a limited group of any kind, because you'd have to rely more on poisons and crafting in general, and they do cost quite a lot, or if they're even available. The availability, I feel, is the bigger problem. We haven't gotten a single potent health poultice. I don't even recall seeing a lot of them. Same with the lyrium potions. So most of the potent ones are ones we've made for ourselves. So availability, I feel, is the bigger advantage than producing additional coin for yourself. But it is you don't have to worry about it at all. As long as something's for sale, you can get it. I'd like accessories mainly. I don't see all that many weapons we could use. I mean, weapons I could use. Maybe a single one. Because the weapons you have already are quite strong. The more important aspect would be the number of rune slots. They make a bigger difference. The damage, I don't feel make all that much of a difference, because again, your natural damage is something like 35, let's say, for each hand. So it doesn't make much difference if the damage on the weapon is 9.8 or 9.1. It's the magical abilities and the number of rune slots that will make a bigger difference. I wouldn't mind having a higher base damage naturally, but it's not that vital. What's our position? Do we have... Okay, I will go to the camp before going to Soldier's Peak, simply to get rid of some of the inventory. We have about 80 items, 120 item limit, so if we could get rid of at least something, that would be nice. I also don't know what party to choose. I guess Alistair makes a lot of sense since it's a Grey Warden fortress. Wynne just because we're used to having her as a healer. Leliana because she's the only one who can pick locks. So, although it's not like we've found a lot of great things from those, so Leliana is definitely an option. I'm just wondering if there's someone more fitting, but I can't really think of anyone.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Lyrium, lesser lyrium, health, lesser health. Again, nothing really all that useful. Iridium axe. I'll never use a lot of these. I just don't have the heart to throw them away at this point, since we do have the space to retain them. Wolf pelts. Yeah, not worth much.
I'll get on it.
Runes for the circle. Shit. No. I wanted to see if we could get rid of the gems, but apparently not.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure.
Master Dreamer, speed resistance. Remarkable. The gems aren't all that valuable, and a lot of but why save them? Maybe there's some use for them. They are fairly rare and not all that valuable. I'll keep my hold on them for the moment. We have enough free space. 52. It's a single DLC. I can't see us getting 52 worthwhile new items. If we get, well, it would be fantastic, but we're not gonna get that. And okay, it is going to be me, Alistair, Wynne, Leliana. Soldier speed.